welcome to another episode of 20,000 Leagues Under the Internet. I am your captain this week, Harlan Spinks. Join with me, as always, are John Carr and Kyle Luck. Say hello, boys.
Howdy.
Hello, boys.
How is everyone doing?
You know,
Should I have asked?
it's another day.
In this corpo hellscape where every giant tech corporation is slowly crumbling around us, the very thing that keeps our world together was a sham all along. This week, we are gonna do something a little bit different.
We're going to talk about something else that's depressing.
We're gonna talk about something else. Well, it's depressing, but
I don't know.
but hilarious.
I'm making a spequation. I actually have no idea what we're talking about.
I gave the guys a heads up a little bit about what I wanted to go over. It's a little more free form. It is going to be our main topic. But like jazz. We talked about jazz recently. But first, let's jump into our catch of the week. Kyle, do you want to start? You have a
I do. I have a quick thing. We like to talk about AI, a Smalley, like Wall-E, but like a smaller version of Wall-E. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to talk about the latest in AI.
Yes.
There's this fucking fella.
An AI fella.
And I love that it's this guy because his face just has a certain, what's the word? Je
ne sais quoi?
Yeah. It's got something to it that I'm just glad it was this guy. So basically, there's a new app out in the world called BeFake. Have you heard of it?
Oh no, come on.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
A gimmick.
So it's called BeFake, and this dude, I'm going to send you guys a photo actually right here while we're talking about this. This dude used AI to generate new Tinder photos for himself. Did it come through?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
These are incredible.
So it goes through various things, like normal guy with jacket, maybe more country-oriented fella, naturey guy with a flannel, and then a dude with a sombrero and a couple bandoliers.
I'm seeing a classic image that's not included in this lineup, which is a sort of almost a prerequisite for Tinder profile photos, which is
the
man holding fish.
Yeah, you got to get the man holding fish, but he does have the Succession photo middle right there if you see.
Yes.
Yes, and what also looks like potentially a King Joffrey type.
I was gonna say the same thing, but
not the
point
vibe,
is, though,
dude.
Yeah.
I watched this dude earlier talk about this. I believe it was on TikTok, but I saw it on some other platform. But he's like, think about this, guys. 3 years ago, this is the image that AIs could create. And it was like some like janky looking painting. And then he shows like images of like what we're doing now with Midjourney. And then he's like, guys, that was 3 years ago. Look what this app can do right now. Imagine what kind of fake,
horrible
like,
hellscape
catfishing
we're going to have.
Yeah. Exactly, John. Like you just could take someone's face and put them in all these different scenarios.
Yeah.
It's like deep fake it's like pedestrian deep fake.
So I have a question. I'm maybe I'm a little confused. Does it create it in this Tinder sort of frame, or their images they're separate and he just put them and used them for Tinder, or is it specifically for Tinder?
I do think
Harlan
I
has a
didn't
lot of
look into this.
questions.
I didn't look into this, but I do think the BeFake app intends that you will use it on your social media platforms.
Okay.
So I have to imagine the framing is there for like Tinder, like you can like export to Tinder or whatever.
Got it. So it's
that kind of crap.
It's not like a watermark thing where like you use the Facetune apps and it has the Facetune watermark. It's not if you go use this AI. It's going to generate
this is
them.
one of those white label things where you just like, I wouldn't use it if it wasn't legit. You know what I mean? I don't want
Sure,
the watermark.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, look at this dude. It's got King Joffrey and Apollo 16.
Maybe
and, Blake Shelton.
Jack
He's got
Sparrow
everything.
situation, maybe too.
Yeah.
Potentially. Potentially. We just don't know.
Also,
we just
some
don't know.
generic close-ups.
Yeah, the one that's most hard to look at is definitely the center one where he's shirtless.
Yeah.
That head does not fit on that body.
It looks like it's on a
Right.
dolphin for some reason. That's the
It's-
vibe that I'm getting.
The most hairless man.
To his point, though, imagine what this technology will be able to do in 3 years. Like,
Yeah.
from where we've gone, we've been ramping up so insanely fast with AI capabilities.
There was-
for image generation.
There was something
over the last 5
crazy
years.
that I saw recently that was, I don't know how like legit it is, but it was, fuck, I wish I could remember the name. So it was just, you go to the website, it's just a black bar, and you type in what you want, and then you also can type in the type of medium it's in. So it was generating like video, and you were able to like edit the objects within the video, like select it through like a drop down, or not a drop down, but like drag and like be like remove light post, and it would disappear, but the image, the video image would stay the same.
That sounds like a nice couple martinis and a night to myself with this.
Just fucking around with that for a while?
Yeah, just, can you imagine I got like jazz playing in the background? I'm sitting like with my leg over the other with a martini, just fucking playing with this black box AI.
Building entire worlds.
Yeah, just like Leo in Inception.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm there. I'm going to do it.
We'll become an old man together.
With myself,
yeah,
because I'm alone. I'm just kidding. I'm very happily married.
If you need some new Tinder pics and you don't have any good ones, or you only have photos with a bunch of friends, that's a trend on Tinder I've seen. That it's like, just, can you
play Guess Who?
Yeah, who are you? Which one are you? Just get AI images.
I mean, haven't you always wanted to look like King Joffrey?
But then you can also do the other thing where if you don't have a lot of friends, you can do an AI with like a photo of me with all of my friends.
Oh man,
add friends.
You know, there'd be like the one like kind of fucked up looking one in the background where you're not sure,
the
like
Picasso face.
Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. Well, I want to touch base with all our listeners and all our fans and patrons. We, on November 1st, got an email from a marketing person.
Yes.
I'm not going to say their name, and all of this will be blurred on the video for obvious reasons. But we got an email from a woman, I assume, that says, hello, this is Carol. We'll call her Carol.
Yes, Carol.
Marketing manager of millionairematch.com. Millionaire Match is an exclusive dating site for successful and ambitious elite singles. I'm excited about inviting you to join our program and sponsoring a dedicated YouTube at 20K Leagues post. We noticed that you're active with some excellent videos and thought the opportunity would be a great fit for your channel. Looking forward to hearing from you soon. Now, I immediately shared this with you two, and I responded just to see. Maybe we'll get some money. Maybe we'll get a sponsored post for them. So I responded. We would love,
as it is in the podcast world.
Yes, this is how it goes. We would love to.
Biz, babe.
It's networking, guys.
This is just every day in this world.
This is cold calling 101. You shoot out an email that's definitely probably not, but maybe a script.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it
boilerplate,
says,
I think.
I responded, hi, Carol. We would love to discuss sponsored content options with Millionaire Match. Can you provide more details? And then I tried to talk us up a little bit. We have done extensive research and exclusive dating sites and think we could be a great partner and would love to work together in creating a fruitful partnership.
Look, we're just trying to get that job. We're trying to land that biz, you know?
We're saying this right after I'm like, yeah, this guy kind of talked about this thing about AI. Like I did my research. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Which I wasn't technically lying about the extensive research and exclusive dating sites because we have talked about them in the past.
That's true.
Yeah.
Raya comes to mind.
Yeah. I thought that was as far as it was gonna go. Nothing was gonna come of this. We got a reply 2 hours later. We want to invite you to experience the millionairematch.com site. Make a review video, create a profile, show how to make a nice profile to attract high-value man.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm here for.
Give me those rich daddies.
HBM.
That's like the third red flag in this whole interaction is the high value.
Just the third.
Yeah, just the third. I mean, the one is just at millionairematch.com is where it's coming from.
Right, yeah.
Sure.
If possible, you can also share some dating tips or profile tips in the video. You have creative control. Now that's a dangerous thing to tell us.
Especially you.
Yep. Have you seen our videos? Yes, Harlan goes buck wild.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, you're going to be pointing at stuff that isn't there.
You're going to be waving your hands and clearing up something that was on the screen that is now
God
gone.
damn it, stop!
I'm going to pick John's nose.
Carol also said in this email, what's your rate for this? Please let me know if you have any ideas.
Right, and we discussed it like businessmen do. We got into a room, we talked about it, and we agreed that the best thing for all parties involved is if we received $90,000, right? That was the number that we settled on?
That was our lowball response.
Yeah. We opened the floor with that. Obviously, you go high, and then they counter.
You walk it back. You walk it down. Yeah,
exactly.
You're gonna bring it down.
So I replied, and this is the last email that I'll read because they never replied after this. That sounds great. We dedicate the opening portion of our show typically to topical internet news, which we could dedicate to discussing / reviewing Millionaire Match.
This is what we're doing.
Blah, blah, blah.
Shit, they got us.
They got us. They got us for free.
It's free, baby. Well, but see,
their plan all along.
Because we didn't sign a contract, though, we can say whatever the fuck we want now, guys.
Yeah.
I say goodbye to that money. That is gone, baby.
I said, those segments are like 10 minutes long, and we can cut those to try and give them a value proposition. And I asked for some more clarification. Can you provide any ad read copy or specific talking points or benefits the company would like to promote? Look forward to working with you on this. And crickets, guys. Crickets. Absolute dog shit.
So, Carol, if you're listening, because I know you are, hit us back. Come on.
So I went to, I did my research. I did my due diligence. I wanted to know more about millionairematch.com if I was going to be promoting it on our podcast.
You have to do the due diligence. You have to get that background.
You want to make sure you know.
So I went to millionairematch.com. I made a profile, and there were some more red flags that immediately popped out. One of which was when you sign up, it gives you an option for, I can't remember if it was gender or sex. I'm pretty sure it was maybe sex, because it was two options, male and female.
Sure.
And they had them placed side by side with each other.
I can't believe it didn't just say, yes, please.
Yes, daddy. And so when you would pick one sex, it would automatically change the one, like what your sex is and what you're looking for. It would automatically assign the opposite, what you're looking for, to the opposite sex.
Of course.
This is another Oops All Dudes. What was that dating app called again?
Every dating app?
The Right Stuff.
Yeah, the right stuff.
Yeah, they did similar shit where they assumed that you were only on
right
there
stuff. I looked into the history. They've been around for 20 years, which is fucking crazy. I did not think that this seems like a total fucking scam.
How long has OkCupid been around?
Oh, I think longer. I think they maybe started in like the late 90s. Or maybe Match.com. I can't remember.
Humble beginnings. Yeah. That's what I was asking. Like one of those older dating sites. So Millionaire Match was one of the edgier, exclusive ones.
Cutting
that came
edge
alongside.
stuff here. Yeah.
Do you have to make a certain, like, do they require like pay stubs?
So
or
I don't know how they.
Can you go on there and say that you're a
Donald Trump can't join this one because he won't show his fucking tax returns, so he can't gain access to this fucking website.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know how they verify that because I didn't get very far. You have to like send them your ID and shit to like verify you're a real person. Well, so I didn't go down that rabbit hole that deeply.
I mean,
please supply your social security number.
If we are talking about red flags, how that one wasn't one of them, I don't know.
Well, I think so. That one honestly
isn't how they got the fucking Getter people.
I think they asked for way more information from Getter because I think
Getter.
There are some now that apps in general are implementing more video stuff. They want to make sure that you're a real person, especially if you're private messaging somebody for like dating or marriage or whatever, or hookups. They do require, like OnlyFans requires your ID to make sure you're of age and a real person. I skimmed through a couple of articles. And it says they're more serious than casual dating sites, but not built for providing outcomes that end in a marriage. So this isn't even necessarily for like long-term marriage.
Yeah.
But they also have a caveat that says
short-term marriage.
Short-term green card
Only.
marriage.
You can check a box for short-term marriage only. Yeah, that's
I'm looking
so
to plow
good.
through like 6 or 7. I don't know.
But they also have on their website a disclaimer that says sugar daddy and sugar baby relationships are strictly prohibited. So
Well, they have. They just have to
oh.
put that on there, for the feds.
right, sure.
We all know what's actually happening.
There was an article that said every 2 to 3 years the site launches new features to provide only the best experience for its members. Since Millionaire Match invests in keeping up to date and puts the interest of its users first, it has gained many good reviews. Every, by the way, review site that talked about millionairematch.com looked like a fucking scam website as well. So I didn't click on
they're all
any
in
of
on it
those
together.
to read any of the reviews because I'm sure they were
Yep.
all fucking fake.
Good.
They also purport to have 2.6 million members from
a
the
lot.
USA alone. Even though the number is enormous, the gender proportion is equal, including 50-50 male and female users. The site is constantly on the run, as there are more than 2,700 logins daily. Now,
These are numbers that we don't know where they came from.
yeah, well, okay, so that's the thing. There are easy ways to track a site's traffic that exist. And I used a service to do this.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. That's fun.
Yeah, if you just Google web traffic analytics, tons of them come up. I found one, similarweb.com for the audio listener. So it has, I got their global rank is 171,000.
Okay.
The country
great.
rank,
Also not terrible, gotta say.
I mean, there have got to
There's
be
a lot of websites.
Yeah, there
at
has to be a lot
least
of
a
websites.
million websites out there, right, guys? The country rank is 41,000 for the US. Category rank, which is community, society, dating, and relationships, is number 213.
Okay.
Total. So they're saying that they have 2.6 million members, yet the total visits to the site are only 250,000.
Wait, what?
So what is that? 10%?
Where's the beef? What's going on? This is the last time I considered getting into bed with a millionaire. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Well,
Also, their annual revenue, 10 to
Not a
15 million. There's no fucking way.
So
Yeah.
they're still raking it in.
No.
Yeah.
No.
There's
Do you think
something
so?
about these numbers don't add up. Unless a lot of these users made accounts and then forgot to cancel them, and that's where all
what I'm
this
saying.
revenue
And
is
they were
coming
getting
from.
But they're all
charged for them?
millionaires, so they don't care about the little incidental charges. But millionairematch.com, oh, I should cancel that.
Yeah.
Jeeves, remind me to fucking do that.
I'm using the words female and male, and I know calling women female is a huge red flag. I'm quoting. I just want to make that very clear.
You're good, dude. You're good.
Females are the ones who tend to post more on the forums and blogs, but whichever sex you are, male or female, the rules of Millionaire Match and profile checkups apply to all. Namely, before your profile goes live, it has to pass through a verification process. The site gives its best at removing all fake profiles. You get a personal profile. This
They would have given their best at copy editing that.
yeah, this is
That'd be
pretty
good.
bad too. This is probably
Jesus Christ.
again, this information came from the most legitimate site I could find with
Yeah.
information on Millionaire Match.
I believe it.
All users are either successful or attractive.
Oh. Well, you can't pick. you pick one.
Yeah, or not and or, just
Yeah.
or. And then this is from the same website. There are many gold diggers here.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What a weird thing to say. We've audited our. There's some.
Yeah,
There are some. We admit it. There's some,
I mean,
but not many.
How do you weed them
a
out?
ton.
It's so hard. They're everywhere, man.
What a weird thing to put on the website.
So yeah, that's millionairematch.com. It's a completely legitimate source to find love, but not a wife.
Yeah.
And if you're lucky, you might find a gold digger.
I am upset that they
informative.
didn't pay us. That would have been nice.
That'd have been cool. Get some of that millionaire. That's our stimulus package.
Yeah, exactly.
For 20,000 likes. Yeah.
All right.
That would be great. If anybody out there is looking to give us $90,000,
Oh God,
that'd be super cool. So
yeah.
Let us know. We're down to do lots of
stop right there.
We'll say anything
right
you want us to. So this week, I came across a YouTube video of some people talking about a website, and I didn't know this was a thing, and so I don't even know how to jump into this.
Yeah, we're gonna just fucking barrel into it.
We're gonna talk about Conservapedia, the right-wing Wikipedia. So let's dive in.
Oh my God, what the f-
Yeah.
I thought it was maybe like a water conservation site or something.
Oh,
You said
Kyle.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? I thought it was like
Sure.
a green website.
Kyle, you sweet, sweet boy.
Conservapedia exists? What?
Yeah.
the
Now, before
fuck?
we jump into, because we're gonna browse around on the website a little bit. But before we do that, I want to give a brief background because it's fucking bonkers. So, and
level set this, please.
it's also hilarious. So when you look up Conservapedia under like past the links to the actual website, the first few links are to Urban Dictionary. And Urban Dictionary defines it in a number of ways, but a few I picked are a complete disaster masquerading as a supposedly factual online encyclopedia. It was created as an alternative to the alleged liberal bias of Wikipedia in order to protect children, as it were. In fact, it is doing more harm than good because the information posted as factual is very often wrong, dangerously incomplete, or an outright falsehood. Use of Conservapedia as a primary source of information is not advised. That's one definition from Urban Dictionary.
Okay, so I'm on this website, and first of all, so much is broken.
Oh yeah, dude.
Also, when I first landed on the page, there was a photo of our President Joseph Biden.
Oh, it's still there. I'm looking right at it, my man.
Above Adolf Hitler, and
John,
relatively
it's
the same
an
pose.
angry Joe
Yes,
Biden.
angry
It's
Joe
an
Biden.
angry. It says,
Dark
it says
Dark
angry Joe
Brandon.
Biden.
Yeah, it's
as we
spot,
call
you
it.
spot
Brandon.
the similarities. And I clicked off that page, and now I cannot find it again. I keep hitting home. I keep hitting the main page button. It is gone.
Gone.
But I am looking at a popular articles list at Conservapedia, which
Yes.
the topics just range.
Let's pump the brakes because I do have more background on this website still.
Okay.
Yeah,
By the
I'm
way,
very
though,
excited,
since
so.
you lost the image, this is the first thing we'll talk about really quick. I still have it up. The description of the image that John was describing is comparison of an angry Joe Biden and an angry Adolf Hitler engaging in demagogic gesturing during a speech. So it's a lot of shit like that, baby. So a little bit more background, where this website came from, who started it. In November of 2006, Andrew Schlafly, yes, it's spelled exactly how you think it is. Schlafly.
Okay.
And his
sorry.
class of 58 homeschooled students at Eagle Forum University launched Conservapedia, which he described as the Fox News version of Wikipedia.
Yeah.
It has it has 6,500 articles, which which is nothing when compared to Wikipedia's 1.7 million.
Well, I'm looking again at the webpage, and it claims that it has 866 million page views.
Yeah, and I've looked into the web traffic on this website as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I cannot stop looking at what the way I could best describe it is deranged Jeopardy category.
Oh yeah,
Dude.
All right, would you like to choose from biblical scientific foreknowledge?
Oh my God.
Bible, liberal denial, or underrated sports stars?
Oh.
Like it just
Kyle.
feels like a game show.
Kyle, I would love to make that game show because we can continue with
It's just ridiculous.
Equal Rights Amendment, Elvis Presley,
Yeah. Those go hand in hand.
mystery. Does God have a sense of humor? And finally, rattlesnake symbol.
As in the "Don't Tread on Me" flag. Is that what they're fucking talking about? Oh my god.
They don't even know what it's really
I also just thought
called.
there's just gambling on the other side too. Just gambling is there under Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And romantic paintings.
It's just too good. It's just too good.
These all are things that you must live by and that are sins.
Yes.
There's no in
The Deranged
between.
Jeopardy. Let's play.
So the website is rapidly growing, or was, and it's one of the busiest conservative sites, even more than BillO'Reilly.com.
Just so worst college majors.
This is so bad. Okay. So I'm sorry.
I have to click off the page or else I will die.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna look at it. It's over here. It's very. You can see the bright glow of it hitting my hand. It is very bright.
So I have some of the stats of the website. As John pointed out, on the website it says it has 866 million visits, views.
Page views.
So I have some data that maybe contradicts that a little bit. On the website tracker that I used, it purports that it has 278,000 total visits.
Wow.
It also has about a 50% bounce rate. It scored even less in the pages per visit than Millionaire Match at 6. Their global rank is 134,000, although that is up from 52,000 ranks. Country rank is 47,000, which is also up they might not like this number. 666,000 or 6,666 points. And then category rank is only 3,000. Under science and education. How they got that fucking category is crazy. Schlafly retorts that whenever conservative changes are made to Wikipedia entries, they are quickly undone by the camarilla of left-wing editors. I had to look into what the word camarilla was.
Yep, I was about to ask.
It is
Sounds
a small
hot beverage.
Or a color.
Yeah, it sounds like a delicious. I'm gonna paint my kitchen camarilla. It might be camarilla, which makes it sound even.
A lovely camarilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lovely camarilla.
So a camarilla is a small group of people, especially a group of advisors to a ruler or politician with a shared, typically nefarious purpose.
So
Like a
cabinet.
consigliere.
Yeah, so he's calling people who edit Wikipedia entries, specifically conservative ones,
Right.
a nefarious group.
Wow, what a fucking dunk too, because that word is not well known.
That's a sick word, dude.
I
gotta
love this
remember
word
it.
now. Yeah.
He also estimates that Wikipedia is 6 times more left-wing than the American mainstream. So
Isn't Wikipedia just like facts?
they do their best to stay unbiased, and I think overall they succeed at doing that because they have an active group of people. We talked about depths of Wikipedia and the people who do it just for the love of knowledge.
Yes.
And another problem with, in general, a lot of right-wing people is that they often misunderstand that people tend to start to become more progressive or leftist or liberal as they get more college education, more critical thinking skills. It's just a fact. There are studies that have been done. People go into college who are, maybe more right, and oftentimes they end up, their values tend to shift. So to say that Wikipedia, an unbiased source of knowledge, is left-wing is true, but that's just how it happens when you gain more knowledge and facts. Right?
Right, yeah.
That is the leading theory.
Yeah.
What, did you read
Also,
that on
the other
Wikipedia?
Yeah, bro. Where'd you get that fucking info? The other leading fact is the older you get, the more conservative you become. So do you just end up as a moderate if you're super college educated and like 104 years old?
Well, I think again,
just wondering. That's just fun math.
You just straight up turn into a Nazi when you're 100.
Sure. Yeah, if you crack 100, you're extreme as fuck at that point. Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely something to be said. An argument could be made that a lot of that, again, depends on your education, and at a certain age, you stop changing. And that's kind of true to a certain extent. The whole, like, it's hard to teach a new dog or an old dog new tricks, old dog.
Yeah, you can't teach that new dog really old tricks. It's only wants those fresh, those hip tricks.
John, though, you just also drew a parallel to Gen Z. Why would they want to fucking learn the old ways? They want to learn the new ways.
Yeah, they're the new dog. You can't teach a new dog old tricks.
So there's a bunch of articles. John has sort of already perused a little bit at face value, but they tend to have an issue with the use of British spelling on the website.
What?
Also common era notation for dates, and also skepticism about biblical stories, specifically the flood and creationism. They have as like fact, whereas other religious parables and mythologies they have under fiction or mythology.
Yeah,
they have the Great Flood listed under the 2020 Antifa riot.
Yeah, I saw that. I clicked around on that page there.
So, again, Wikipedia is international and secular. Conservapedia is American and religious, which is a big difference. The rules for editing Conservapedia's articles are called commandments, and its logo is an American flag. The Conservapedia-Wikipedia rivalry marks another struggle in America's culture conf, which is the conflict that took place from 1872 to 1878 between the government of Prussia, led by Otto von Bismarck, and Roman Catholic Church, led by Pope Pius IX. I had to look up what culture conf was because apparently it's a word that right-wing weirdos throw around a lot.
Like conf as in like Mein Kampf?
Yeah, like struggle. Sorry, a less historical definition of culture conf is that the issues of this struggle were issues of clerical control, of education, and ecclesiastical appointments. So they're making like a comparison between America's like culture of, education being not religious enough, as opposed to how Wikipedia's sort of culture is more like, no, this is international, we need to teach everybody, and they don't want that. They don't want globalization, globalization or a more rounded worldview in Conservapedia. They want specifically a Christian-oriented education.
But yet they have a section on here called World's Famous Paintings. Not most American
famous
famous paintings.
Well, and I'm sure that if you dove deep into why they're the world's most famous paintings or the heresy around them, that's probably a talking
I clicked on
point.
it and it says service unavailable. I got a 503 service error. So.
Oh no, they're being shut down as we talk about this.
That particular link is broken.
I've clicked on all of them. Some of them are just a couple paragraphs. So, not all of them. I've clicked on a lot of them. A lot of them are just paragraphs.
There's not a big deep dive into some of these topics.
Yeah.
No, but the longest one that I've now seen is the one for causes of homosexuality.
Oh boy,
wow.
yeah. So I think I ended up somewhere around there, and it's fucking kind of brutal.
It's very long, and I'm like, wow, are you guys? What's
going on, guys? Why the interest in homosexuality?
Wow, it's really well researched.
Almost from personal experience, anecdotal almost. So
the Elvis Presley one's quite long too.
Yeah, it's interesting the ones that.
I mean, who doesn't love Elvis?
40,000 words on Elvis.
The last line of the first paragraph of the page says, "Much of Las Vegas culture today is inspired by Presley."
Well,
which
there you go.
That is not correct.
No. Which is also like, I'm sure that the conservative mindset must be pretty torn between like Elvis Elvis's life because he made rock and roll. He stole it from black people, guys.
Yeah.
That's what we love to do as conservatives. Something that's so American, rock and roll, but then ended in the city of sin, just getting loaded.
It looks to me like he once took a photo shaking hands with Richard Nixon, and that's what they're using to sort of position him as a conservative.
I see.
Schlafly explains his feelings on Wikipedia by saying, quote, "The mob rule on Wikipedia tends to drive out conservatives and tends to drive out intelligent contributors." In response to that, I found another one of the Urban Dictionary definitions, and somebody was very upset by this website and like has a whole argument as to like why it's so dumb. And it says, along the same lines of this like creationist shit, the definition says Wikipedia has an extensive entry on creation myth. 40 describing creationism as a myth is yet another attempt to disparage Christians, and although the theory of evolution satisfies Wikipedia's definition of myth, Wikipedia never describes it as a myth. Fair enough, slightly mental, but he has a point, yes. However, looking at the article on the Conservapedia article Dreamtime, an Australian Aboriginal creation story, it is described as a myth. So Christian creationism is not a myth, but any other creationism is?
Yeah,
right. So that's a direct definition from Urban Dictionary, which I thought was really funny. So now I would like to get into the portion of the show where we can kind of explore a little bit.
Oh, great.
I'm on the front page, and the popular article, the very first one is Conservapedia proven right.
Yes, of course.
Which is wild that that's the very first one.
Well, it's right. It says breaking. Democrat Katie Hobbs projected to steal the election from Trump-backed Kari Lake in Arizona.
There's a lot of the steal, like cameras go out at Nevada fucking voting. You've been gaslit. The Democrats just stole another election.
I also love the some of the annotations for citing their sources. Says left-leaning Politico admits that Republicans just won one seat in the House. Merriam-Webster
entry says, is the leading dictionary in American and the descendant of Noah Webster's dictionaries. Today it has many errors and biases. Here are a few examples. 1, it redefined female to include men who merely say they are female.
Oh my God.
It changed the definition of vaccine to accommodate the CDC's agenda for the COVID vaccine.
Oh my God.
It immediately caved into the homosexual agenda by adding offensive to its definition of sexual preference, based on a rant by liberal Senator Mazie Hirono against judicial nominee Amy Barrett's use of the term. So, calling out, like, it feels like they're sort of obviously picking and choosing, but specifically like very recent topical events that are happening, like the Amy Coney Barrett shit is like, he was watching the news and this debate happened, and then immediately went to like Merriam-Webster's dictionary, I guess, to see if they changed it. But I don't believe it would be based on this interaction, right?
Yeah.
It's a crazy conclusion that they've come to.
Yeah, but I'm like, what brain is that connecting those dots like that? Like, what is happening?
Again, it's the lack of critical thinking skill. I don't know how this guy was a teacher. It's crazy.
I clicked on video games.
Ooh, God, the devil's here to get your kids.
Yeah, they are apparently to train some young mass murderers, which is also a click-through link. Young mass murderers is a different article.
Of course. Well, yeah, of course.
That sounds like a band. Yeah. Young mass murderers.
But I'm scrolling down. There's a lot of, popularity, controversy, various games. It gives there is a ranking here of popular video games. But an image catches my eye, and it's of Stephen Fry.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Comedian Stephen Fry holding a birthday cake for some reason.
Okay. It doesn't say the cake is a lie by chance.
No, it says atheist Stephen Fry said, I do enjoy video gaming. In the early days of games, I would spend hours. I mean, literally, I would find it to be 4 a.m. and would say, God, I had to be at work at 6.
See, also, irreligion, video game usage and obesity, and atheism and obesity.
Yeah.
Are they calling him fat in a roundabout way?
Yeah,
what is this connection they're making to Stephen Fry eating a birthday cake?
I don't know why he needed to be there and why they couldn't have used a normal photo.
I know, right? What the fuck? It's so jarring.
It looks like it's a screenshot from a video or something. He's like he's mid speaking.
Stephen Fry has his own page.
Oh, of course he does.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the biggest sinner of them all.
Yeah. Wow.
I guess so.
I do also love that they always add qualifiers to whatever like person they're talking about. Like it couldn't just be Stephen Fry.
Right.
It's the atheist Stephen Fry.
Yeah.
So you can immediately make a character judgment based on your own beliefs about the person.
Yeah. It's like, oh, let's see what this atheist had to say.
Yeah.
They clearly don't view the way the world I view the world. Wait, the way I view the world. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm gonna go to the God entry.
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
I was gonna bring that up.
Wildly short, you guys.
I just noticed it under the quantum mechanics line.
Jesus, what does quantum mechanics look like on this page? It's just a bunch of question marks.
Well,
we
what
don't
does
get
God
it.
say?
We don't do math.
Oh, actually, it's just about as long as the causes of homosexuality. So
Wild.
Maybe they're related. Quantum mechanics, homosexuality. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll figure out homosexuality. We'll never know. We'll never know.
Yeah, this is. I'm disappointed that the entry for God is
That was a joke, just in case.
so short. He is sovereign creator and eternal ruler of all things and beings that exist, whether in the physical universe. Yeah, I get it. So just a basic summary of what God is. Cool.
I clicked on gambling.
Oh yeah, let's talk about gambling.
The first sentence is pretty incredible. All right. Gambling is a demonic habit of betting on uncertain outcomes.
No biases here, guys.
Yeah, no, it's pretty
Also,
on the level.
the following sentence in bold, by the way, gambling addiction is devastating to society and families affected by it. Often,
Read the next bold.
Often harming those who can least afford it. Illustrating
The
gambling's
next
demonic source, those who crucified Jesus divided his clothes by gambling among themselves for them. What?
What the fuck?
Kyle, I'll let you read the bolded one.
The next bold says, unplug the NFL to reduce harmful gambling.
There's another thing on gambling. Gambling is a way that government and businesses take money from the poor, which I mean, kinda, but not just that.
Yeah. Quantum mechanics is the branch of physics describing fundamental uncertainty in subatomic behavior. Observation converts infinite uncertainty about where a particle is into a definite position. The logic of, here we get to the meat of it, quantum mechanics predicts the possibility of the resurrection.
They had to make it about God somehow, god damn it. The first sentence in quantum mechanics, though, literally just sounds like they copy-pasted it from another dictionary, though.
Right. They got some like super legit. Yeah,
they got the first part of it, which they probably got from Wikipedia.
Right.
And then punched it up a little bit, you know, where
God's coming back through quantum mechanics.
So I clicked on Unplug the NFL and found that article. And about more than halfway down the page, my eyes happened to catch this couple sentences here. I'd love to read to you guys.
Please. That's why we're here.
NFL promoted fantasy football has grown from only 12 million participants a decade ago to an estimated 56 million, mostly men today. In addition, NFL advances the homosexual agenda, such as with the halftime shows of the Super Bowl. So I think they're drawing a comparison between fantasy football with a bunch of like 54 million men and homosexuality. Once again, the trying to understand homosexual as if it's some baffling concept.
They just can't wrap their head around it.
It's all over. There's little pieces, little breadcrumbs all throughout these articles. I mean, I love it.
The more you read these articles, the more I'm like, do they like anything? Like, at all?
That's a good point.
Like, because I'm looking at under the Unplug the NFL article, and there's a photo of a guy's legs hanging over a fucking football stadium.
Yeah.
And it says taxpayer funded, and it's like in disrepair, like it's all messy from after a game, I think. but it says taxpayer-funded Pontiac Silverdome, host of Super Bowl, whatever that number is, in miserable disrepair prior to its demolition. Like, you can't describe stuff like this on a fucking encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think we need to do a little movie time. I found there's a list of worst liberal movies on this website.
Oh shit, dude!
That's incredible.
I just
Is
have
it
to point
all
out
of them?
Beauty and the Beast, the Beauty and the Beast 2017 remake is on here.
Why?
So,
Who on this website is?
why is that a liberal movie?
Why is
Yeah.
Schlafly writing about a kids movie?
Open it up. Everyone pick a movie and talk about the way why it's justified. I sent you a link.
Oh my god, I love this. Can we make this a regular segment?
Yeah, but look how long the write-up for Beauty and the Beast is.
Yeah.
It's like half the fucking thing.
Oh.
So
It's just like a full-on college essay.
Yeah.
Hang on, they have the big green on here. Come on. Oh Jesus!
No one likes the green party.
I want to read. Wait,
yes,
wait.
please
Hang
read
on.
one.
This
Please read
one
one.
is breaking my brain. This is a conservative website, and this is under
Yes.
the list of worst liberal movies.
Yeah.
yes,
Birth of a Nation?
is on apparently a liberal movie.
Yeah.
What?
No, that's the most fucking insanely. That's the KKK movie,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, from 1915. Oh, you know why? It's because it still has racism, and conservatives have to still kind of play like, we're not racist, we swear, guys. So overtly racist stuff, they're not about, because then they would, be saying the quiet part out loud. Can't have that.
I love this Apocalypse Now dissent.
Yeah, read
I
that.
have
Read.
two. I have
I'm
two.
still looking. I don't know which
two.
one I want.
Yeah, Harlan, do some research while John and I read ours. Apocalypse Now is this overindulgent anti-war diatribe portrays the American military as corrupt, incompetent drug users.
Yeah.
Makes it one of the worst liberal movies.
Yeah. So Day of the Dead, 1985.
This is awesome.
Oh my God.
A liberal scientist who plans to tame the zombies who are the, quote, heroes, while the common sense conservative soldiers, parentheticals, whose plan is to euthanize them all, and parentheticals, are the villains. Followed closely by Dawn of the Dead. Besides containing outbursts of graphic violence, this standalone sequel to George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead is against capitalism because the consumers are zombies.
I was trying to find one that was like obviously not a liberal movie that was like had some sort of capitalist conservative innuendo going on, but then I came across Celine, and I really want to see what they have to say about Celine. 1997. Claims the Hispanic pop star Celine was Mexican-American, and bitterly attempts to blame Ronald Reagan for the severe economic dislocation and stagflation created by Democrats and socialists in the late 70s and early 80s. In fact, Celine was known as the Queen of Tejano music, Tejano being the Spanish word for Texas, and Tejano music likened to an American version of Spanish country western music. What are we talking about, bro? We went from talking about Reaganomics to Tejano music in like 2 sentences. I don't know that that's the best summary of the movie either, by the way.
You guys, I just have to point out how detailed some of these descriptions are and how long they are.
Yeah.
And then
The disconnect is crazy.
The Matrix has a super long one, and then I found a review for Milk.
Oh yeah, I almost read that one.
It just says Sean Penn portrays openly homosexual politician Harvey Milk in this biography. That was it. That's why it's
even
one of the worst
if
liberal
you're not
movies.
gonna do any kind of synopsis.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it took.
Harlan, the movie that you were talking about was Selena. And they just have a typo because it's obviously not a fact check.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Website.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Selena.
Yes,
Got it.
my apologies.
Oh, The Naked Gun. You guys remember those movies?
I saw that one too.
Oh my god.
more open-
Star Trek
The
Into
Naked-
Darkness.
Oh my
God, there's so many great lines from different movies I'm coming across.
Oh, I know, and we're almost at an hour.
Okay,
too.
yeah, we'll wrap it
Oh
up.
my God, yeah. This is. I'm
with
gonna
the
sink a
movie
lot
list.
more time into this.
I'm gonna read The Naked Gun 2.5, The Smell of Fear.
Okay.
This one is the more openly liberal sequel to the apolitical The Naked Gun from the Files of the Police Squad, pushes environmentalism and attacks productive businesses, especially the oil industry.
Oh yeah, gotta come
Yeah.
to the defense of private corporations.
God, and that movie is asinine.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
I want to read this one. For the opening line alone, RoboCop.
Oh, I was gonna read that one. That's good.
Oh damn!
No, take
John,
it.
keep going. Find something else.
Take it.
Find something
A
else.
well-known satire. That's not the line, but just as preface. 1987. R. Left-wing smut peddler Paul Verhoeven's failed attempt to depict all police forces and corporations as evil. It also contains an environmentalist message with the 6000 sucks, a car that pollutes and guzzles gas for no other reason than to be environmentally unfriendly. Verhoeven is also a member of the Liberal Jesus Seminar, which also inspired him to make the movie a grotesque parody of Christ's resurrection. Left-wing smut peddler.
Finally, we will end with A Clockwork Orange.
Oh, fuck me. Did they even understand that movie? That's incredible.
Well, it revels in sex and violence and mocks Christian prison education, which I don't know what the fuck
What
that
is
means.
that talking about? Is that some conspiracy theory, maybe?
And depicts
Okay.
police as thugs recruited from street gangs.
I mean, well, all of that's true.
Yeah.
The cops are gangs.
Which
mean-
makes it kind of funny that they're like, yeah, that's whatever.
Yeah,
Doesn't
like you're
matter.
so close to getting the point.
Yeah.
Oh, but you
I think
missed
that's
it.
probably the most factual thing on this website.
Cops are
sentence.
gangs. Yeah,
God.
that's Conservapedia. If you want a good laugh, I
Yeah, if
recommend
you've got 2 hours to kill.
just clicking around, and just, you know how sometimes people will do the like, okay, so you give you a starting point on Wikipedia and you have to get to this other topic only by clicking
Yeah.
on the related links.
Yes, I've been saying
Gotta
that I
love that
want us to
game.
play that on a stream or something.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
globalist to world government to Book of Revelation to John Steinbeck to California.
Look,
I mean,
I just want to know.
Oh my
I want
gosh.
a red wagon. I want like a red flyer wagon, or where the fuck those common wagons are, to AR-15.
Yeah.
Get me there.
oh man, I'm
You know
sorry.
what I mean?
The problem is that we don't even know if some of them have click-throughs yet. It's not
Yeah, they
like
might just be
reliable
broken
as
links, some of
Wikipedia.
them.
Hey, it's part of the game, baby. You might hit a dead end there.
Yeah. Because I just randomly did end up on California, we'll end here. The California drought is worsened by its water-wasteful cannabis crop, which consumes double the water of ordinary crops.
Yeah, but it's fucking good.
It's fucking sick, dude. There are also, under contents, Marxism, Black Liberation Army, progressivism, LGBT grooming,
Yeah.
and a bunch of other awful things. So,
Oh, this is gonna be the episode that gets us the most hate mail ever.
oh yeah, bring it
probably.
on, motherfuckers. Do
This
it.
is gonna be good.
I don't give a shit.
Um,
Fuck you. Yeah, so, okay, that was Conservapedia and some other bullshit.
Yeah.
Good luck out there.
And everyone wanted to know which president was the true throat goat. And
Okay, I do remember this.
And they are all some sort of eldritch monsters of yore, right? She was also selling videos of her farting in the jar.
I hate this so much. I hate everything about this.
yeah.
Secure just over.